This is being recorded, so anything you say will be repeated. So. Mind the stand.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Secretary, we have roll call.
Andrew Melton.
Present.
Andrew Strati.
Present.
Barry McManaway.
Present.
John Christus present. Dan Osborne.
Present.
And our building inspector, Scoop Dorsey, is here.
For May 16th, 2024 minutes. Guys had a chance to look them over.
Just to mention that it was originally the 16th and it was changed to the 30th. That's right.
That is right. So. Note that we have that correction.
The meetings are, I'm sorry, the minutes are so reflected in there.
Make a motion that we approve the May 30th minutes. Second.
Read back. And. Say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Carries. Right. First case, 2024-B 10 at 918 East Baker Street, petition been filed by Gregory and Karen Red to approve a variance of development standard request 4.9 foot variance from the north side property line for a bathroom addition. You want to present it?
Yes, please. I have,
Could you identify yourself, please?
yes, I'm Karen Rudd. This is my husband Greg. We live at 918 Baker, East Baker. We bought the house in 2022 of August of 2022, and our intention was always to add a bathroom. And so that's what we're asking, right? We had Mr. Horsey come out and he said we would need to file a variance because of how close the back of the house is to the property. So I have some layouts for you that I think might help show you what we're thinking of. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house. So if I would like to add a secondary, our primary bedroom is in the back of the house. In this on page 1, where you see on the right-hand side that 8x16, that's the primary bedroom. And so on page 2, you'll see we're just wanting to do a small extension about 9 feet over and 8 feet back. We can't go any farther west than that because there is a window that is on the bedroom that is basically right here. There's a bedroom right here. So there's a window that is here. So, and the air conditioner is here as well. So that's about the size we're looking at. Currently, the fence runs on the back of the house along here. And so we measured from this point here to the fence, which is 4 feet 9 inches. And then actually the fence angles from this point of the property to this. So from west to east, it angles. So it actually gets closer to the house as you go. So this outside corner here would actually be closer to 5 feet 4 inches to the fence. If you go to the on the outside of the fence, there is brick pavers, I guess, that kind of form a bed under the fence. And from this wall out there is 6 feet to the outside of that paver. So we're not exactly sure where the property line is, but no, it's beyond the fence a little bit. Page 3 just shows you an aerial view of what that addition would look like on the back of the house. So it's small, 72 square feet. And then page 4, I just kind of roped it off so you can see what it would look like. It's just taking up more of the backyard. Our backyard is pretty small. And then page 5 is just a little bit closer up view of it. We have talked to NIPSCO because we do need to move the gas meter. And they have come out and said that likely we would put it right here. And they've staked that for doors and stuff. So we do have a work order in with NIPSCO to get that new. So this is the air conditioner, so we can't go any farther than that because we don't want to move the air conditioner. And then this shutter is to the window of that bedroom. So just a small bathroom addition.
And the north wall of your proposed extension would be equal with the current
Right.
north wall.
Yes, so we're not getting any closer. We're not pushing out closer to the fence. Yeah, it would be perpendicular.
Is
Parallel.
the,
And I know that you don't have an eave on the house.
Correct.
Is
Correct.
this gonna have an eave when you're coming with the wall?
No, it'll have a hip roof. I would think it would match this so that it doesn't look, this has an eave here,
Right.
right? I haven't asked the contractor that. We just talked about the roof style there, so I'm not sure.
Cause I know the setback has to be from the eave.
Okay,
So
If
if you're
it-
asking for 9 or whatever, and you have a 2-foot overhang, you're cutting it down to 2.
yes. So if we need no eave, we will have no eave.
Okay.
Put it that way. And when I measured from this siding, but the cement block here is actually set back a little bit farther.
Right, but anything that's protruding,
You measured from the right.
you measure from the farthest
Yeah.
point of the house.
And then that window obviously will come out and then we'll put another window into the addition.
How are you gonna go around that chimney?
It's
What's,
coming down.
oh, it's coming down, okay.
so are you going to have to redo the roof?
Yes, he'll have to.
So
put
that would could probably address how you're gonna deal with the north side addition as far as an eave, because you're gonna have to have some kind of slope to the roof of the addition.
I think he's coming from from this point to this point, and then, so on the other side of this chimney, there's the roof goes like this. And so I think that's just gonna come extended out. Is that called a hip roof, I think?
Probably.
And-
But the
So-
only concern that we would have is if you're gonna have to do something with the roof.
Yeah.
That there's no overhang on your extension
Right,
that would
push farther towards
push
the,
further up,
Okay.
because then whatever that overhang is the measuring point for your
Setback.
setback.
okay. So do I need to just tell my contractor that that's the way we have to do it, so that
Well,
he doesn't put it
Yeah,
there?
Yes.
because the other issue you're gonna have too is if, come out, if it's gonna be angled back, corner, it's gonna come down toward the north, then you're gonna have the water running off on the property on that. You'd have to try and can't contain the water, which is gonna be gutter system. Now you put gutter system,
The alley that runs along that side of the house.
right? But I mean, you gotta keep it on your property. But you're gonna have to contain the water.
It looks like they're gonna have to have, that addition's gonna have to have a different pitch,
Yeah.
Yeah,
obviously. Because you can't come down, otherwise you're gonna be down to nothing, down to 6 feet or something,
Too low.
right? So,
Which means you may have to modify the pitch of the existing roof. As it's,
but. that's
When you
gonna
take
be
the-
up
when
to
you take the
your
chimney out.
Contractor, but
Okay.
as long
You know.
as it's not building past that set.
Right.
Yeah, they're 8-foot ceilings in the house, so we're not doing vaulted ceilings or anything like that in this bathroom. It's still 8-foot ceilings.
so are you gonna have to like redo the whole roof? Are you gonna redo the roof then? The whole roof?
No, it's just putting the addition on. We're not redoing the entire.
You're not doing, okay. But he's gonna have to do where the chimney's torn out. Obviously, yeah,
probably necessitates some structural work anyhow.
all right, yeah.
And then this window right here, that is to the current bathroom, but it's boarded up. Because that's the shower on the other side. So this window will come out as well, which doesn't really matter because it'll be an interior wall.
I see on this picture here, between your gas meter and what looks like your air conditioner, I see a PVC pipe coming out. Uh, will the new construction come up to that point?
He'll move that. My hope is that 9.7 that I have it measured as would come to, the vent will move, that vent pipe will move, and that electric box, there's an electric box here. So he'll have to move both of those. We want to kind of come as far as we can this way, which is, I measured 9.7. And so it's taking this out. Or moving it. And the clothesline has to come out too.
That would be considered, oh, backyard.
The backyard.
Backyard,
That's the backyard.
so we can variance from 4.9 from 10 foot. Backyard.
It doesn't look, it's not gonna push the house back any further than what it is.
Concern,
Spoke to all of them. Nobody, they all said it's fine, but they all have a letter.
No one online, and I've received nothing for or against.
fine. Any motion?
You don't do findings of fact.
No, okay, fine, back. Simple.
Just your first rodeo, Barry, or what?
Evidently.
Been
but-
too many, maybe.
That's right. He's broken.
Okay. Oh, I can't replace Dan.
Yeah, he was there for 20 years, right?
All right, so we go to finding a fact. All right, we got 3 categories we gotta look at as far as goes on. Line members here that if you disagree on anything, then you have to vote no, you know, agree. Approval will not be injurious to public health, safety, morals, and general welfare of the community. Do it, roll call, whatever you don't think matters. Jason, like,
Agree.
okay, everybody agree? Just let us know if you disagree, but I agree too. The use and value of the area adjacent to property, including the variance, will not be affected in substantially adverse manner.
Agree.
Very.
Practical difficulty, the strict application in terms of zoning ordinance request will result in practical difficulties that the use of property situation cannot be self-imposed nor based on the perceived reduction of restriction on economic gain.
Agree.
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 Passes, everything
I'll make
good to go?
a motion that we pass it. Are we good? Or
Specifically, case 2024-B10 at 918 East Baker Street.
yes. Yep.
Yeah, take it. Aye, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Same time?
I'll leave this in here, or what, we'll pass it.
You can pass those to me, if you would, please.
The holder too,
Sure,
might as well pass everything.
I'll repurpose that.
I read it over, so we. No, picture. Next page. Thank you. Page 2024, that be 17861 Academy Road, Resolver, 615 by the culvert, education foundation for approval variance and development standards for height variance for new barracks at 65 feet 8 inches and the allowable 35-foot height. And all of you
I am representing Culver Academy. My name is Richard Ebbard. I'm the project architect for the majority of the buildings that have been recently built at the academy. And I have been in front of your group a number of years ago seeking this similar variance from your zoning height of 35 feet for each building that Culver is sort of placing and building new, so.
Excuse me, could you spell your last name, please?
HEB is in boy, ARD,
R.D.
ARD,
E as in David.
correct.
order coming up where you probably do
Now, we don't get that too often.
So, the building that we are currently seeking a variance on is the north and east ferry. And it's part of a larger project that is being undertaken. All the residential district at the academies is either being renovated or the buildings demolished and built new, right around the lay dining hall. And we just finished the Lauritsen Barrack and the Roberts Barrack. And this image, but this image on campus is the lay dining hall, if you're familiar with that location. And then Lauritsen Barrack is built back along Academy Road. Roberts Barrack is in this location here, the rec center here. Main barrack we're just completing and should be done by the end of July. And so then, based on approval this evening, we'll be able to demo the north and east barrack that's between these two and construct this new building that is basically sitting exactly where the present north and east barrack is, and it's as the board directed us to historically make it just like the original. So with a few modifications for function and use, but essentially it's they're maintaining the historical character of the campus as it was built back in the day. Main Barrack was the first building on campus in 1895. So they're replacing their oldest buildings. The North and East Barrack was the third building on campus. The second was West Barrack. So it was done in 1913 and amazingly built in 6 months. Now it takes us 2 years to build these things. And they had all handled, they didn't have the equipment we have today, so.
All hands on deck.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
So, the height that we're seeking variance, from your zoning is this 55 foot 6, which is basically the peak of the highest part, which is the towers in the middle of Sallyport. Yeah. And that distance is from the grade level in that area. I know that Mitchell DeWitt, the construction superintendent, may have forwarded a document that gives the USGS elevations around campus and provides the height in relation to where that building is on campus, but eventually, I know that it's the desire of the academies to get a zoning change and process through the town of Culver.
we actually started with that.
We did, yeah.
Things as far as changing building commissioners, changing, but there's a lot of other stuff that's been going on, but I blame me as much as anybody, not even having that story, but yeah.
It's actually pretty close.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't gonna be a large task, really, but he thinks that that's based on the part of.
Nonetheless, it gives us an opportunity to show you what we're doing.
Right, exactly.
I mean, that,
So what is the current height of north and east now? It's the same thing. Okay, so you're basically replacing, like you said, the board of trustees wanted you to basically build it the exact same way that it was,
Correct.
except modern, okay?
It seems a little taller.
They are. We are, I haven't put a tape measure to the existing ones, but we have adjusted the floor to floor for systems today. Back in the day when they made North and East Barrack, they poured the concrete floors and, they use radiant piping and everything. Now we have, structural beams and poured, metal deck and floor slabs, and we run all our systems through the floor and lighting and all. So
Right.
we gain a couple feet plus we put the height, full height. So to your point,
I mean, it's not gonna be the highest building, yeah.
no.
How about the chapel? Yeah, the chapels.
The chapel up on the hill.
On the hill, especially.
Right, yeah.
Takes probably
There's 2, maybe 3 buildings taller,
Yeah.
I think maybe 3.
Maybe should be taller, right?
main barracks is tall. The main barracks, we replicated the original towers. It shows, and that's this image here. And then we created a whole new north facade because the north facade of the main barracks was kind of an assemblage of 70s and 50s renovations. And it was the board, they gave us a hall pass on that one. They said, you can do what you want there. But, so, and then the main barrack, actually was the original, mechanical plant for the campus. And so all the boilers, all the piping, everything fed from there. So we have created and put all the mechanical systems way up on the roof to service 4 buildings from main barrack. So that because of its height, we could create a screen wall, adding more information than you probably need, but so we've screened our equipment up there. Since it's so high, you can't see it walking around campus. And then we don't have to make the other buildings quite as tall to do all the systems that we need.
And you have internet problems throughout too, all that, because it wasn't that like that.
Yeah.
Main post is part of where it came from.
Yeah. So we've of course got new fiber and Wi-Fi that we actually set up around on all the a lot of the light poles around campus for the walking.
Yeah.
And then inside, of course, we have all new.
It's much better now.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody everybody seems to, depend highly on the internet.
Oh, yes.
Everybody has to have their phone.
Yeah. But Chad, after my brother-in-law, so he keeps me informed.
Ah, okay. Very good. So, we're showing the different facades and the different heights and variations, images here. There's gonna be a new plaza in between all those buildings. That's going to create a nice center for the students gathering area in this zone, right off the lay dining, and so it's gonna be a nice addition to the campus. And then, as I've indicated here, if we don't get this zoning changed, we'll be back in front of your group for the West Barrack and the South Barrack in the next coming years.
Hopefully we'll have all things.
Any further questions I can address?
Can you add anything? Anything? You planning back for this? All right, same thing. If you disagree, at any time, you'll have to vote to disagree. Approval will not be injurious to public health, safety, morals, and general welfare of the community. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Agree. The use and value of the area adjacent to the property, including the variance, will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner.
Agree.
Agree.
Practical difficulty, the strict application of terms of the zoning ordinance will result in practical difficulties in the use of the property. Situation shall not be self-imposed, nor be based on perceived reduction of or restriction on economic gain.
Agree.
Agree.
I didn't call on the public, because I didn't think we had anybody online, but I wasn't trying to miss anybody. Have any comments where we can before you come to the vote?
No, just fascinating thing. Watch.
Wasn't trying to miss anybody. I thought of it, but I knew there wasn't anybody. Online. Sure. You make a motion?
We need one, right? Make a motion that we approve the Harbor Education Foundation request of a variance for the new barracks of 55 feet, 8 inches.
We have first and second, which is case 2024B. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Unanimous? Thank you very much. I appreciate
Thank you.
that. Thank you. Anytime we see something like that, we really enjoy it. That's what we do.
Would you like to see some of this?
I would. Thank you. I have
Your
to
vote.
Sure can. Thank you.
get more information out of this meeting than I do from alumni communications.
Exactly. What time are we going on here? Is this like a record? We better get rolling here. We'll be out of here in half an hour.
Tables in 5/30, 2024. Mr. Gary Pena, 980 West Shore Drive, request appeal to the building commissioner ruling regarding central location. And
Mr. President, that request is canceled during the technical review committee. The technical review committee agreed that the fence would be okay, built up on his property, not on the wall, but set back from that. With that, then I changed and I agreed with Mr. Trapina, and he was able to cancel that request, and he's going to put the individual panels in between his trees.
So that is taken care of.
How should I word this? I've got, Steve reported that TRC approved the request subject to the panels being placed at the top of.
On the property level.
Yep, on the level, on the level property and not directly on the block wall.
Which I guess the Western appeal is gone.
It is. Oh,
But not. Anybody have any new business? We're good. All right, building commissioner's report.
I'll be sending that out early next week. I think the town council meeting is being rescheduled to Wednesday. And I'll send it out prior to that.
I thought they were, but they're not gonna roll on the dunes
They will.
on Wednesday?
On Wednesday?
Well, maybe not. I don't know.
I heard it was moved. Maybe I'm
I
wrong.
didn't even hear.
I know they're I'm moving the meeting from Thursday to Wednesday.
Okay,
I do not know if they are going to hear the dunes on this next meeting or the meeting following.
Is there a reason they did that?
If they do it to the meeting following, the reason's gonna be so they can do their legal ad in enough time if they have to put one in. I'm not clear on that.
I just wondered if they moved.
But they're moving the meeting because the board members, some of the board members want to attend the US 31 meeting,
Which is on Thursday.
which is on Thursday at the same time.
what's going on with
Yeah.
31?
I just know.
I don't know if it's 30 or 31. They have the US 30 project going on, and then they have the 31 also. So they're starting plans to change US 30 also, and to eliminate some of the crossover roads, they being the state. So they're holding meetings on all that now.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not sure if it's 30 or 31 meeting, because there's still things going on with 31 also. But one of those highways, they're having a meeting that night for.
Good enough. Just curious. All right. Anybody have any concerns? The agenda, but usually somebody goes away and say, wish I'd have said that.
I'm good.
Huh? You good?
I'm good.
All right. Very good. Next meeting, regular meeting, 6:30, Thursday, July 18th. And after that, then next week, I'll entertain a motion. To adjourn.
Let us adjourn. I'll second that.
You got first and second, all in favor?
I've
I've never had.
You never had a no to adjourn?
Yeah.